Chris is with us. Chris is in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm good, Dave. How about yourself?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I call you with. I feel like it's a good problem to have. Me and my wife, we've been married 3 months now or so. We have a 2-year-old daughter. I opened a business about going on about one calendar year ago, and I mean I'm making more money than I would ever thought possible.
Good for you.
My question for you is, I have I've only got really 3 debts. I have a car, $65,000 in a car for her. I have a vehicle myself, $33,000 what I owe in it, and we have a house, $405,000 owed on the house. The only catch on the house is being self-employed. The house is a 5/1 ARM mortgage at current rate is 4.25%. We bought it about actually right when we got married. We got married and moved into our house. So we're 3 months into the house. My question:
what do you make?
My wife makes about $55,000. I make about $410,000 now.
Why do you still have car debt?
Well, so here's my thing. The first year that I was in business, I bought equipment, I bought things to help my business, paid for it cash, and the rest of it, I was just redneck rich. We went out to fancy dinners. We went everywhere. We bought everything.
$400,000 worth?
Yeah. Well, I have about $60,000 in savings. I got.
You're saying $400,000 was your profit on the business last year that you paid taxes on?
No, well, yes. $400,000 was my income. I pay all I have overhead now is fuel, and that's taxes. I'm a single employee. I don't have employees or anything.
Okay. All right.
So
how much money do you have? Any money?
Yeah, I've got about $60,000, give or take, in the bank sitting there.
Yeah, pay off her car today.
Okay.
And then go pay off the other one, pay off the $33,000 car today, and then go pay hers off next month.
Okay. My question essentially was, do I, being self-employed, I make very good money now, I feel. Do I throw everything that I have at the mortgage, being a 5/1, or do I kind of pay it normal or pay it a little hard and put money in the bank, and then towards the end of the 5/1, pay it off real hard, and that way, if there is any sort of a recession, not huge. I mean,
how projectable, stable do you think this income stream is?
If I make 400 now and we get a recession, I think I may be able to. It may drop down to 220-ish, about half. But I mean, that's still great money, I feel.
Yeah.
But I'm in the concrete business, so I mean, as long as there's still some sort of construction, we still are going to be doing work.
Okay. Wow. And I'm going to verify because I want to make sure I've got your business acumen straight. You're saying this 400 is taxable income that you paid taxes on.
I make about $1,800 a day.
It's not your gross. It's not your gross. $1,800 a day is your gross revenue.
Yeah, gross.
You have business expenses out of that. What is your net profit?
I literally only pay fuel. Fuel and taxes is what I pay per day, and then the rest is profit for me.
Okay. All right. Wow, that's wonderful. Okay, so because whatever the equipment is involved, you've already paid for it, and so that's no longer.
I paid cash for that.
You've got some repairs here or there or whatever on that, but nothing major.
Little stuff. Yeah, the first year was paying. The first year, I mean, the equipment's about $150,000.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. All right, you've explained this beautifully, and Ken, I think he's analyzed it well in that he feels like he just reached up and got the gold ring, I mean, and it's almost surprising to you that you're making this kind of money. I hear that in your voice.
Oh gosh, I'm shocked.
Yeah, and you feel blessed, and that's a good position to be emotionally. Now, what I want that to lead you to do is, instead of letting that lead you to be sloppy, I want you to feel the weight of the responsibility of that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of the opposite end of the spectrum of redneck rich. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And so that's going to involve, I'm going to start treating this very, very seriously like I'm a rich guy, because you are. Okay. And now now what is the smartest thing I can do so that when this story is over, you have $20 million? And if you'll behave and have a nice life, I'm not talking about live in a cave and collect lint, but I am talking about, just behave and be diligent and intentional with every one of these dollars. You easily could have $20 million when this story's finished.
Okay.
But you're going to have to just all I want you to do is just do everything on purpose instead of waking up with a financial hangover when this is over.
I totally understand. My question would have,
Yeah, and that means pay off these cars and turn around and pay this house off. You make $400K, act like you make $100, and let's clear a bunch of this debt. And you're sitting there with paid for cars, paid for house. Now there's nothing left to do but incredible generosity, enjoy life, and invest for the future.
I like that.
And you can do all three beautifully, and I'm talking like 36 months from now.
That sounds great. That makes me smile thinking about it.
But that means you're not going to be living like you've been living for the past 2 years.
Honestly, I ran out of stuff to buy.
I can tell. And then I called Dave.
I listened to you, on and off, especially before I had a business. I made about $55,000 a year. My wife made about the same as what she made, and I took a risk, opened my business, and it has done well.
So we're talking about. Let's just use some round numbers just to wrap this up. Okay. Here's what I'm doing in my head for you. All right. I'm hearing 450, and 400 on the house, and 100 on cars. Did I hear that right? 450 income.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. And so if you lived on 100, that'd be 350, not counting taxes.
Yeah.
And that pays off $100,000 worth of cars really, really fast. You got some money in the bank. We already paid off some today. And then it's going to pay off the rest. You're not going to knock that house out. I'm telling you, 36 months is doable. Can you see that?
Oh, I understand. So my question was with the recession,
I don't have any idea what that's going to do to your business. That's why I was asking you about that. If you think the recession is going to slow down so much you're not going to get the concrete work and it's going to go down to 220, so what? Keep living on 100 and it slows down how fast you get the house paid off. Whoop-de-doop-de. House is still going to be paid for in under 4 years, and you're still young and you still have tremendous upside potential on this income. He's in a sweet spot.
Yeah, he's going to crush it. But, I'd get out of that. I think the question is, does he want to get out of that arm quickly or just pay it off before the arm runs out?
I just pay it off.
Yeah, so there's your answer. He's pay it off for it.
If you're going to take 10 years to pay it off, go get it refinanced. Yeah. But you're not. You shouldn't. If you do, that's irresponsible because you make so stinking much money. Clean it up, man. Yeah. Clean it up. You'll be glad you did. You'll be glad you leaned into this and made this a project. Treat it like you're managing a concrete project. Knock it out. Get her done.